Hey, Bradley. Talk a little bit about being able to get back out onto the field and be able to contribute the way you did today after so long of not being able to do so.
Yeah, it was. I was like a kid going back to school. I haven't started a game since April 2019. April 19th or something like that. So I was happy that I got the start. Also happy to get some match fitness. I haven't played for a while, so it was good. I enjoyed it.
Next question is going to be from Matt Pence. Matt, your line is open. Go ahead.
Hey, Bradley. You gotten to play alongside some talented guys in your career. What have you made of Joe and Brian? Getting to see them every day in training, and what do you think each of those guys brings
What was the first
to
name?
this team
The
and
first
to the
name was
league?
Diego. You said, and Brian.
Yep.
Yeah, it's exciting. I look at those young guys, and it just makes my job a lot easier. I don't have to run as much. I don't have to do as much, off the ball. I think those guys are tremendously talented and an eye for a goal, and you see that today. These guys they haven't played for a while, and they look like they haven't missed a beat. So, for me, the older guy, it's good to be amongst those kind of guys. You get the energy from them, and you try and follow suit.
Next question goes to Gio Garcia. Gio, your line is open. Go ahead.
Hello, Bradley. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I know previously Bob Bradley had mentioned a few players weren't full 90 minutes. After playing this game, and obviously you see the weather conditions, and congratulations on your first goal. Do
Thank
you
you.
feel that you can play 90 minutes now due to the fact that obviously Dio went out within the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, I feel like I spoke with Bob, before the game, and he had let me know that he was thinking more 45 minutes. But we spoke at halftime. I felt good. I feel like I could have played longer, but I think every player will say that. I think the coaches know best, the trainers know best, and they just wanted to take precaution, as I haven't played for a while. So I respect the decision. But yeah, I do feel like I got some legs under me. Training's been hard, it's been intense, and you do take it step by step. But if I'm needed to play 90 minutes, I think I can do it.
Any other questions for Bradley Wright-Phillips? Please raise your hand. Give it a second here. Okay. Gio, go ahead.
Obviously you guys had a slow start. You guys were down 3-1. What did Bob Bradley tell you guys at halftime?
It was about, I think it was more, silly mistakes, or just not giving away silly fouls. Also, I think for me personally, when I've watched this team play, there's more tempo. It's obviously the first game, so those things will take a few games to come back. But I think the biggest problem was our tempo. I don't think we kind of played the way they wanted to play. They wanted to slow the game down, and I think we fell into that trap early in the game. I think second half, you see, we came out a bit sharper, and we got the 2 goals. I should have had another one as well. I think we could have got the 3 points in the end, but I think it was down to tempo.
Next question is going to Tom Marshall. Tom, your line's open. Go ahead.
Hello, Bradley. Um, Obviously, I think you had some concerns coming into this tournament about the whole setup. Just wondering, now you've had a few days there, you've got a game under your belt. Just what's your experience like compared to what you thought it might be like?
Nah, it's what I thought it'd be like. I thought it'd be boring. It's boring, but that's life. We're here. I think on days like today, you get to play, you get to fight for 3 points, and that's what we tried to do. I think, yeah, I'm here now. I made my comments, and then it doesn't really matter. I'm here to try and win games, help LAFC win games, and it is what it is.
Okay, that's it. Thanks, Bradley.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Hi, Bob. If you want to go ahead with some overall thoughts on the game first, and then we'll take questions.
All right, I can start right now.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Good to get back on the field. Very pleased that there's some moments of good football. Our ideas continue to go in a good direction. Certainly moments where our sharpness not where we want. They have some dangerous attackers, and so in transition, we were a little slow to react on a few plays and paid the price. I thought in the first half, when we got forward, in too many situations we settled for a cross. In the moments when we created good movement, that led to Brad's first goal, and Brad had a really good similar chance for a second one. But I really liked in the second half that we were able to vary it, make some of those little passes right off the edge of the defense and get Brian and Diego into good positions. I thought that we were able to push the game in the second half, and that's a credit to the work the guys have put in.
Okay, first question is coming from Kevin Baxter. Kevin, your line's open. Go ahead.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
Good.
It was kind of at least on the scoreboard, it was a game of two halves, really. You guys falling behind 3-1 at halftime and coming back. When you leave this game, do you take the positives from the second half and build on that, or do you try to correct the mistakes in the first half?
Yeah, look, the goals aren't the only part of what happens in the first half. There were moments where if we're a little bit sharper, I think we can finish chances. We certainly had a lot of the ball, but as I said earlier, I don't think that when we got around the box, some of our choices and decisions were very good. We didn't handle a couple of plays. Remember Rodriguez on the first goal outside the box, and instead of just closing down, we turned our back. The second one, again, when Rodriguez came in from deep, the reaction in the defense, Tristan was a little slow to react. That's a play he's got to make for us. And then the free kick goal, we just didn't handle well. But I like the fact that in the second half, we just were able to push the game forward, still win the ball back often so that we could control the game in their half. As always, those little details, how big are the windows, what passes do you make, touches around the box. But when you think about not playing for this amount of time, still there's a lot of things that we're happy about.
Next question is going to go to Scott French. Scott, your line's open. Go ahead.
Hey, Bob. What were the things that you emphasized to the team at halftime, and what were the tactical adjustments you felt you needed to make?
I've been talking about them. I think around the box we force some passes, we force some crosses. When a team is deep, when we have the ball, our decisions around the box, our ways of playing inside, but also when they're packed in deep, those little passes off the edge, decisions when to cross, when to play back and start again. Those are things that I thought in the first half weren't as good as they needed to be.
Next question goes to Felipe Cardenas. Go ahead. Your line is open.
Coach Bradley, good evening. How are you?
Good, Felipe. No one can call me coach, so just Bob. It's good.
Got it, Bob. Got it. What is your expectation for Edward Atuesta in year 3 in MLS, year 3 in your system, and what does his tactical evolution look like?
Edward continues to improve. In the midfield, his ability to receive, has an eye for passes. Obviously, he's a skillful player. He's got really good instincts and reactions when balls turn over. From the time that he's arrived till now, his understanding of in tight space, the right number of touches. He's skillful, but sometimes he's trying to get out of situations where in that space he can play a little quicker or a little faster. But in all ways, he continues to grow. I am also really pleased with the way he's taken more and more of a leadership role. He's a really smart guy. And it's been really good for me to see guys like Mark Anthony Kaye and Eddie Segura and Diego Rossi and Edward step up and take more responsibility in the group. It's something that we're very happy about.
Next question is going to go to John Rojas. John, go ahead. Your line's open.
Thank you, Aubrey. Good night, Bob. Thanks
Hello,
for the
John.
time.
Question for
Good.
Brian, right?
Next one, yes. First one for you.
Okay.
Thank you. Before the game, you said probably not much players had 90 minutes ready on their legs. In that sense, were you surprised with someone, especially on their physical part? And in general, on the game, on your expectations, did the team surprise you on something, or you were expecting most of what you saw?
Actually, what I said before the game, John, was that there were certain guys that did not have 90 minutes in them. But I think we have others that, even with the layoff, have done a great job. I think our trainings continue to push guys. So I wasn't surprised that we could still push the game the way we did. It's the way we train every day and the way the guys come in with an attitude and push themselves. So that part is all the players taking responsibility.
Okay, next question goes to Charles. Go ahead, Charles. Your line's open.
Good evening, Bob. You guys have been involved in a few shootouts lately. It's just fun for us neutrals, but I'm wondering what your feelings are about it. You feel like you need to batten down in any areas, or are you just going to keep pushing the tempo?
We certainly don't want to give up goals, but we want to play football where we control games, where we push forward, where we win balls back quickly. And if you lose your nerve, if you immediately start saying that, no, we can't play that way and everything else, then the ability to become a really good team the way we want to play gets lost. So we're not happy when we have games where we make 3 or 4 bad decisions, bad plays, and every ball turns out in the net. But this is part of the process. If you want to be a team that plays up the field, then you have to have the courage to defend high. Your defenders have to be able to cover space behind. Obviously, Houston tried to take advantage with long balls. They play a lot towards Albert Ellis, who's really good in the air. They get flick-ons. But that can't change the way we want to play. We have to control things. I thought that there were a lot of times in the game when we lost balls in the attacking part of the field, our reactions and our counter pressing were really good. So that still tells me that those are the kind of ideas that our team appreciates and that we use to play good football, and we just keep trying to make it all a little bit better, be sharper, be better.
We'll end it there. Thanks, Bob.
John. How about, is Brian next? Okay, good. There we go.
Okay, questions for Brian Rodriguez. We'll start with Nico Moreno. Go ahead, Nico. Your line's open. Okay, we'll move on. Katya, your line's open. Go ahead.
Gracias, Brian. ¿Cómo te sentiste en general en el partido? Estar de regreso físicamente. Decía ahorita Wright-Phillips que parecía que tú y Diego no hubieran parado y hacen su trabajo más fácil y además en lo personal también el poder anotar para conseguir un punto para el equipo.
Katia, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Creo que con Wright-Phillips también nos sentimos muy cómodos en la posición de él. Sé que a la hora de atacar siempre va a estar como ahí, siempre llega, entonces también se especulaba el gol de él y también es lo que pide Bob también, ataquemos los espacios y bueno, por suerte pudo marcar Brad.
Okay, Nico, we're going to try again. Your line's open. Go ahead.
Gracias, Brian. Rápidamente quería preguntarte, obviamente el equipo fue de más a menos, ¿cuál fue la diferencia más grande a nivel personal y grupal desde el segundo tiempo?
Bien, creo que al principio nos costó muchísimo, sí, creo que también faltó eso, el agresividad, nuestro timing también, la llegada aquí también costó mucho y también sabemos que estamos jugando con mucho calor, también eso juega. Es un rival más, así que nada, tratamos de medir los tiempos, de cuando tenemos que atacar y bueno, la verdad que teníamos un rival muy difícil, pero bien, en el final se dio un plus más y conseguimos lograr un empate.
Next up, Alonso Contreras. Your line's open. Go ahead, Alonso.
Hola Brian, ¿cómo estás?
¿Todo bien?
Te habla Alonso Contreras de Aries por Network en Seattle. Mira, en ese tipo de torneos cortos, ¿qué crees tú que el equipo tiene que mejorar, pero rápido, para no cometer esos mismos errores en el próximo juego? Ya que es un formato como de Copa del Mundo.
Bien, como dije anterior, creo que el calor también juega muchísimo. Hay que medir muy bien los tiempos aquí, entonces creo yo que hay que mejorar muchas cosas, obviamente, porque primer partido, creo que no estamos con el timing de dar un pase, de ir hacia el ataque, pero bueno, sabemos que es el primer partido, ¿no? Pero bien, nos costó muchísimo, como dije, teníamos un gran rival adelante, pero bien, muchas cosas para mejorar.
John Rojas, go ahead with yours. Your line's open.
Thank you, Aubrey. Brian, obviamente demasiado difícil las circunstancias y muy diferentes al primer gol en tu carrera profesional, por ejemplo, con Peñarol, y este primer gol en MLS. ¿Había algo de extra por conseguir ese gol internamente, un fuego, una espera, o simplemente si se daba, se daba? Y luego Bob, el sistema que juega Bob, el estilo de fútbol de Bob, ¿en qué tanto te beneficia?
Bien, sí, lo busqué desde el primer momento que llegué aquí, la temporada pasada, pero no se me daba, entonces traté de trabajar, que era lo que venía haciendo, entonces esperaba el momento hasta que hoy llegó, gracias a Dios, pero nada, trataba de hacer lo mejor que sea hacer dentro de la cancha, ayudar al equipo y nada, si se da el gol, bienvenido sea, pero muy contento también con el rendimiento del equipo. Y sobre lo de Bob, creo que él tiene una filosofía de juego muy buena, es un gran entrenador, creo que también eso nos ayuda todo el tiempo. Y nada, tratando de adaptarnos también. Yo la temporada pasada llegué en mitad de año, entonces traté de adaptarme lo más rápido posible y este año, gracias a Dios, estamos mejorando en aspectos muy importantes, así que nada, aquí de más solo trabajo y evolucionar.
Okay, we're going to take two more. Alicia Rodriguez, your line's open. Go ahead.
Thank you. I wanted to ask it in English if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Mauricio, we'll need your translation here, please.
Sure. Thank you. I just wanted to ask Brian if he feels relief for scoring his first goal with LAFC tonight, and if in any way, especially with the time he had to wait between games, if it was sort of weighing on him, getting that first goal, kind of completing, the work that he's been doing by getting that first goal here for LAFC.
La pregunta es si te sientes aliviado de haber conseguido este primer gol y subsecuentemente quisieran saber acerca de pronto del momento en que llega este gol, del timing, de todo lo que costó para el equipo que lo lograran. ¿Qué piensas al respecto?
Como dije anterior, creo que también lo busqué mucho, sí sirve para dar confianza, para seguir evolucionando, como dije, también a la hora de jugar también me siento más suelto, entonces también un gol creo que ayuda muchísimo y un centroavante también creo que también ayuda mucho para eso, entonces como dije antes, Brad ayuda muchísimo también, entonces a la hora de llegar al ataque es muy fácil, entonces también me da confianza, me da mucha ganas de seguir evolucionando.
Sure. As I said before, this is something that I look for since the very beginning. Scoring gives me a lot of trust. I feel that I have evolved a lot. And of course, by scoring and by playing, I feel a little bit more loose, and that helps me a lot. And also scoring helps me a lot. Like I said before, playing with Brad, he also helps a lot throughout the match. and it makes the attack a lot easier. It gives me and it gives the team a lot more trust.
Okay, last question is going to go to Claudia Gestra. Claudia, your line's open. Go ahead.
Hola Brian, felicidades primeramente. Este partido empezó un poco lento, pero pudieron empatar este partido. Ahora, hablando un poco de tus compañeros activos esta noche, sobre todo de Blessing, háblame un poco de él, cuánto contribuyó también con ustedes.
Bien, creo que también algo necesitábamos como un aire en el medio y Latif creo que te da eso, te da la dinámica, te da el plus cuando a veces que uno no hay muchas ganas o digo el equipo llega a una instancia del juego que está cansado y Latif sigue corriendo, entonces también eso te empuja para adelante, creo que hace muy bien al equipo y bueno, cada partido lo viene demostrando.
Thanks, Brian. That concludes the press conference for this evening.